What shall be the goal of your life? There shall not be any other more important goal than evolving yourself with each situation of your life. And it means becoming more attentive to whatever you have, whether you have all success, whether you do not have any, whether you feel like an emperor having achieved so much, or you feel at the bottom pit of the failure as a most miserable person, whatever it is in any form, it's all about being more attentive to yourself. Becoming attentive and more conscious about yourself, with yourself, shall be the goal of your life. And that is it. Suppose that someone comes to me and kind of bestows upon me a heap of praises. Would I be elated? Would I be just blown away? Or if someone comes and encounters me with number of abuses, would I be just at the mercy end of their resentful feelings? Would I? So I'm neither allowing someone to be swept away by that person's heap of praises on me, nor am I getting knocked down by one's strings of abuses. It doesn't matter. Neither failure nor success shall determine your emotions. Not at all. To be honest with you, it does impact us. It does when it includes the inputs of others. We do feel kind of bit agitated because our impression of others, as it is very important, of course, but the moment it just starts affecting your inner well-being, it means that there is a massive room for growth. So this is the most important thing to understand. Maybe you are not meant to achieve it. You are not meant to achieve few things in life. And there are times when failures at that specific point in time turn out to a blessing in a longer prospect of things. And it does happen. So mostly what is meant to be the best version of ourselves comes in the form of confusion and doubt, cynicism and challenges mostly of all kinds that we cannot face up to and that we think that we cannot face up to. But this is where the transformation is, because we all have fear. So one turns that into misery and one that turns into a triumph. So it's up to you to be dragged down by the inner voice of not being capable enough, not being good enough, not being equipped enough, not being rich enough, blah blah blah, or to be able to see through those challenges, accept them and gradually take the step forward, baby step forward, each moment in time, with the perseverance of humiliation, with the perseverance of facing things, being in an uncomfortable situation, being in most embarrassing situation, and face it up and keep trudging along, trudging along, trudging along. By doing it, you're dissolving all your karmic imprints and your karma in a way. And that's how you can reach to the glory of your life. That's how you can reach to the zenith of your success, which you truly deserve. But once you turn inward, you know that each process of pain and points of pain is nothing but the points of self-evaluation. And there are times when you feel that once you have had enough of them, once you have been processed enough, you neither are elevated by the euphoria of success, nor you are depressed by the set of setbacks and failures. So it is about being awake at each moment of your life. That shall be the goal of your life. The more awakened you are within, the better your life will be. As simple as that. But not get yourself entangled into effects of having achieved it. But each time you are able to make sense of what you have achieved and why you have achieved, you will see that you are progressing really well. You will see that you are not going to get yourself embroiled into the result of that success by engaging yourself into the materialistic, hedonistic pleasures of life. You will never do that. And even if you do, you are so conscious that it's no longer that term, because the definition of everything has changed. For example, the definition of what you had about something just 2 decades ago has changed over a period of time. Now you think about the same thing in a different light. Everything shall change. Your perspective has to change with each incident of your life, because the whole universe is so dynamic and it is replete with dynamism that each angle of it is replete with abundance in itself. So it has number of definition. It has the infinite number of definition, the way you interpret it. For me, the rock I'm sitting on has mammoth definition. For someone, it's a house within. There may be many insects within this. They may be crawling up and down and going into the sea and coming back again into their house. Now I'm sitting on top of their house. It's their home. So you never know how long this rock has been here. But it has its own memory in a very subtle way. Yes, it is. It has the memory because it has got water. Water has memory, and it is always into the water. So if I'm subtle enough, I can actually seek information from this rock. And you say, what nonsense are you talking about? How this piece of rock can give you information? Yes, it has the information. It can give you the information. But what about those scientists who come and research on these and make interpretations? On what basis are they able to make interpretation? Are they able to deduct information from these? On what ground? If you are able to know those grounds of their research and their revelation of those research, you would see that there is a striking change within the pattern of everything in your life as well. You would see things very differently. And it all comes with the union of your being with everything there is. Because if there is a kind of a rift, if there is a kind of a cut, or if there is a cascading effect from one thought which puts you in that loop, and the loop is created in such a chain of thoughts that you never know where you are always at a loss. But once you have become centered within, you exactly know all the things that surrounds you is you. All that there is in this universe as is you. Nothing is separate from you. Because everything is made of the same thing. What everything around you is made of. Everything that has come in whatever form has come from the same source, has been provided with the same force and source as you and only you, as you have. So the only way you can actually understand things in a much larger perspective is by growing with everything in life. Because there is nothing called failure, there is nothing called success, because it will follow you. All success shall follow you. All the greatest success can be only achieved by turning around the failures. Because as long as you are being ruled by the same thought patterns over and over again, you never know yourself in the loop. You are always at a loss. So it is very important to at times recede back, retract yourself, retract back and aim at something higher. Well, it's easier said than done, but at least you know it. The more you come to know of it, the more you are empowered within to change yourself, change your own self. And it is the most important, because it is the most difficult task in the world to change yourself. It is the most difficult thing in the world. The most difficult thing in the world is to change oneself. Nothing else is. So it's not about negating what you have, what you are going through, the emotions that you are going through and feeling under. It is all about coming to terms with. So most of the problems that we have is all about emotional attachment and entanglement. If that could be avoided, 90% of the things could be sorted out in the best possible way, in the most progressive way towards our own growth. But that doesn't happen usually, because we all are dictated by the memories of our cells. They are cellular memory entrapped within this body. So if that is disconnected, then we know that we could be the channel of some higher force, and that comes from being more attentive of what it is. So the goal of your life shall be all about being more attentive with each incident of your life, whether it is the glory of life or misery of life. Become more attentive. Because what looked like a great success and grand success turned absolutely upside down and turned you into the misery of life. It has happened to so many of them. You don't know them. At times you were dazzled by their greatness. Oh my God, they look so amazing. But after many, many years, the same thing was not processed most wisely, turned that person into the spate of failures. So that's how it is. So those who are more attentive to everything with each incident of their lives will be the one worth seeking their help from, worth seeking their guidance from, worth drawing inspiration from. Rest are just oscillating within this web of time, or what you call the stars of planetary system. They will come and go, but only those who can go beyond them and see life beyond them could see things more clearly, could see life beyond the misery and beyond the glory itself.